the sixth straight day with heat alerts in effect for the area. This one for 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. today. We'll show you what it's going to take for the heat to die down and when the humidity drops, too, coming up.
Also breaking overnight, a shooting at a Raleigh gas station sends police rushing to the scene. What we have learned about the investigation.
And pets feel it too, how this intense heat wave is putting your furry friends at risk and what you can do to help. The heat is certainly taking its toll on everyone, and we have about 2 more days of it to go, and then finally maybe a break. Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Chu.
I'm Jeff Hogan. Yeah, a deep breath and hang on. We're almost there.
It's been a long stretch, though.
It really has. Yeah, it can get on your nerves as well.
Yeah.
And let's get over to Chris Michaels in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Those heat alerts cover our whole viewing area.
Pretty much, yeah. For the 6th straight day, we've got these heat alerts in effect. This one's a heat advisory. And I do think that the higher heat index values are going to be in some of our southern counties from areas like Lillington farther south toward Fayetteville and Clinton, whereas the farther north you go, the heat index will be a little bit lower. In terms of getting outside for maybe a little bit of exercise, the earlier the better, and that's usually the case regardless of any alerts in effect. We're in the 70s right now, and that's going to be the case through 7 a.m. 9 a.m. we're in the low 80s under a partly cloudy sky. High temperatures today: Roanoke Rapids 92, Benson 94, Raleigh 96, Sanford at 95. All of us temperature-wise pretty much on the same playing field. I just think that the humidity is going to be higher in the south and a little bit lower to the north heading into the afternoon, and that's really going to set up where you expect some storms. Better chance toward Fayetteville as opposed to Roxborough. Higher storm chances late tomorrow and late Friday. We'll be updating you guys on the potential for some localized flooding and when humidity levels finally back off a bit. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Chris. Breaking right now, Raleigh police are investigating a shooting at a gas station. This happened around 1 this morning outside the Sheets on Corporate Center Drive. That's where we find WRAL's Ali Kadlubar and the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. And Ali, the 24-hour gas station has reopened since then?
Yes, but it was closed for about an hour, and this section here is where police were investigating. It was lined with police tape right by the gas station. That car in the distance there, that is one of the ones that was hit by gunfire. This is video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker around 1:45 this morning. You can see more than a dozen evidence markers showing where police found shell casings. You can also see the bullet holes in 2 cars. Our photojournalist Michael Joyner actually helped police find another bullet hole in a car parked next to us. We spoke with a witness who was sitting outside when all this happened.
And all of a sudden, this white car comes flying through, and as soon as the white car's coming around, I hear pop, 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 and it was like at least 10 or 15 rounds. It had to have been. And I'm like, oh my God, that was a gun.
Very scary moments there. We know from police that no one was hurt, and the suspect, the shooter, has not been arrested. We're going to continue working to find out who the suspect was and what led up to this shooting. Reporting in Raleigh, Ali Kadlubar, WRAL News.
Evacuations are happening on Hawaii after the islands were hit with a tsunami warning. Officials are urging people to seek higher ground. Video shows the traffic as people try to heed those warnings. Waves as high as 5 feet hit Hawaii's Big Island early this morning. And about an hour ago, the governor of Hawaii said they are monitoring this, and so far, no damage. This is happening after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Russia.
Well, people who live in North Hills are getting the chance to learn more about new developments that are being proposed. That could include buildings up to 40 stories tall. WRAL's Laura Levine is live now to tell us where exactly this is going to take place. Laura, an open house today will give an update for folks on where this plan stands.
Yeah, Jeff, good morning. Today, people in this community will learn more about Kane Realty's second run at building a new development here in North Hills. There are 4 sites here around Six Forks and Lassiter Mill, with some looking to go up to 40 stories high. So here's the area that's in the crosshairs that we're talking about, the intersection of Six Forks and Lassiter Mill. A letter sent to nearby residents show the proposed rezoning seeks increases up to 12, 20, and 40 stories. Now, you may remember Kane trying to do this back in 2021. Larry Helfand with the Midtown Citizens Advisory Council says that this could completely change the landscape of the area.
I don't think anybody is against density. I don't think anybody is really against John Kane for what he's brought to the area. People love the restaurants, they love the retail side of it. What they don't like is building into the sky.
So Kane will host that neighborhood meeting at the Church of the Apostles Fellowship Hall from 5 to 7 p.m. today. Laura Levine, WRAL News. We're live in Raleigh.
Cases of pets being left in hot cars have been popping up in Wake County during this intense heat. Officials are warning people about the dangers. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live to explain just how quickly the heat can turn deadly inside a parked car. Kelsey, good morning.
Yes, Renee, good morning. This morning marks the 6th WRAL weather alert day in a row because of this intense heat. We spoke with the director of Wake County Animal Services, Dr. Jennifer Federico, and she says that they've seen a few cases here at Wake County Animal Services, as well as at Cary Animal Control, of dogs being left in hot cars. Dr. Federico says puppies, older dogs, and short-nosed dogs like pugs and French bulldogs are most at risk for heat stroke. These are some of the signs that your pet may be experiencing heat stress. They become lethargic, they pant more than normal, or they vomit. If your pet is having a heat stroke, take them to the emergency clinic immediately.
If it's over 70 degrees, they shouldn't be left in their car. We haven't seen 70 and I can't remember. So don't take your pets with you. I don't care if they have water in the car. It's just too hot.
Now, there are some ways to keep your dogs cool if you want to take them out for a walk. You can walk in a shady, grassy area. Make sure that you avoid any asphalt. And it's also best to walk them early in the morning or in the evening to avoid the worst of the heat. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
We're learning more information about the shooting inside a Manhattan office building. Investigators believe the gunman was Shane Tamura and targeting NFL offices there. Law enforcement says a note was found at that scene. It cited the NFL in the writings, voicing his anger that his mental illness may be linked to having played football. Officials say a cell phone was also found at that scene, and they're working to find out any additional information about a motive that it may contain.
State lawmakers set a record by overriding 8 vetoes over the objection of Governor Josh Stein. 2 of the bills would loosen gun restrictions in North Carolina. Only 1 was overridden, and that law will allow private schools to hire teachers, parents, or other volunteers to carry guns on campus during school hours for security. The other vetoed bill never made it to the House floor. It proposed lowering the concealed carry age from 21 to 18 and would have eliminated any training requirements to get it.
And so, it's just something that I know folks on both sides are passionate about. Our folks on our side are passionate one way on it, and overwhelmingly our caucus wants to see that get done.
But you don't have the votes.
Well, I think we'll see what happens. I think we will.
And Hall says it will remain on the calendar every day until he feels that they have the votes to override that particular bill.
And Renee, another change includes oversight of North Carolina's charter schools. It'll shift to a board mostly picked by lawmakers. It means the state superintendent will no longer be in charge of hiring the state's charter school director. The State Board of Education also won't be able to approve new rules for charter schools. Instead, the state's Charter School Review Board will do those things.
Some of the other bills enacted include exempting Duke Energy from carbon reduction goals they agreed to several years ago. Law enforcement must check a person's immigration status for more crimes. And gender is defined by biological organs. We have a full breakdown of the new laws and a few that did not become law on WRAL.com.
Raleigh police have made an arrest after a person was accused of shooting a driver who refused to give him a ride. Terry McNeil is charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, among other charges. The shooting happened last Thursday on Keeter Center Drive. Police say McNeil went up to a man and asked for a ride, and the man said no. So McNeil pulled out a gun. Police say the two started fighting, and the driver was shot. He was taken to the hospital, and he is expected to be okay.
A man who was hit by an SUV on New Bern Avenue in Raleigh has died. This is a story we first brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. It happened around 1 o'clock near King William Road and Donald Ross Drive. Police say Alonzo Hinton was crossing the street when he was hit by an SUV. Hinton was taken to the hospital where he died. The driver, Antonio Dickens, is charged with DWI.
4:40 the time right now on our Wednesday mayoral race challenge. Why people in Franklin County say a change to election rules could have a big effect on their town.
Waterspout on the coast, a dazzling sight as a funnel cloud spins up in the water. We'll show you more of this phenomenon.
Today is another WRAL weather alert day as we give you this live look. Fenton in Cary, good morning to you. Meteorologist Chris Michaels is giving us a timeline for when we'll finally get some relief from this heat, as well as the next weather maker that'll bring rain our way.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
4:44 on the dot, and we're starting out with the clear sky overhead, and so our tower lit in blue outside of our studios here on Western Boulevard. Temperatures across the board, a pretty much uniform temperature in Clayton at 72, Apex, Raleigh 76, Durham, Wake Forest, Rollsville starting out at 75. Yeah, it's humid out there, and another heat alert in effect for today as we see temperatures reaching the mid-90s, and of course the heat index rising a little bit above that. Storm chances, they'll be pretty isolated anytime after lunchtime today, mostly geared towards some of our southernmost counties, but a better storm chance on the way with this front. That's going to be Thursday and Friday. We'll time out those storms, show you how much rain we expect and when some cooler air comes in on the backside of this front.
State lawmakers stepped in to change how a local town runs its elections, even though town officials say they didn't ask for it. The current mayor of Lewisburg said he feels the law is targeting him. WRAL's Destiny Patterson was at the legislative building where the mayor and others demanded transparency.
This bill, originally focused on wake surfing in Jackson County. Fast forward 4 months, and now it includes changes on how to vote for mayor in a Franklin County town.
This charter was changed without any consent or knowledge of any citizen of Lewisburg, any local official, or myself.
Before, the person with the most votes would win. The new law says a candidate needs more than 50% of the vote to win. If no one gets half the votes, a runoff could be held. Lawmakers slipped the change in just 1 day before voting it into law.
If they can come after Lewisburg and change our elections, then what's next?
Andrea Wooden with the county's Democratic Party was one of the people huddled around incumbent Mayor Christopher Neal, calling for transparency from lawmakers.
I'm the only African-American mayor in Franklin County. And the way it was done indicates to me that it was targeting the mayor.
Neal faces 2 other opponents, Boyd Sturgis and William Goddard Jr. Sturgis says he doesn't think the changes have anything to do with race.
People want their town to be run transparently and competently.
I also reached out to the bill sponsor, Mike Clappett, as well as Representative Matthew Winslow, who represents Franklin County, asking the reason behind the change and why it was added so late.
And I hope they will tell us their intentions behind this.
Destiny Patterson, WRAL News.
And we haven't heard back from the lawmakers regarding our questions about all this just yet. And the town also says a runoff could cost up to $10,000 that it doesn't have.
A case of tuberculosis has been confirmed in North Carolina. It was reported in the western part of our state in Avery County. The local health department says more than 100 people may have been exposed. People who are sick with tuberculosis can be treated with medicine and cured almost 100% of the time. Check this out. A waterspout formed off the North Carolina coast. This is in Surf City. A meteorologist shared this video with WRAL's Kat Campbell. Quite the sight there, and WRAL viewer James Sane also sent us a picture of the waterspout using our WRAL.com Report It feature. So if you see breaking news, have a story tip, or shoot video or pictures of inclement or interesting weather, send it to us. Go to WRAL.com/reportit to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team. Thanks to our viewers for sending those in and sharing that with us.
It looks cool enough. It's not, though. When you look at the water spout like that. Chris Michaels here in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. And we're on a little island right here, but boy, we're not alone. Look at this.
Exactly, right. Misery loves company, right?
Yeah, please.
So you've got that heat alerts all the way from like Tampa and Fort Myers all the way up to parts of New England. And we're sandwiched in between that. You see those extreme heat warnings for parts of Mississippi, parts of the Mid-South as well. Days are numbered, though, in terms of this heat wave, if you will. High temperatures today, they make it into the mid-90s as we head into the afternoon. The heat index right between about 102 and 106, a very similar feel to what we had out there yesterday. Now, in terms of heat waves, it takes time. You don't just kill them quick and kill them fast. It's going to be a couple of days before we really see any kind of relief. In between now and then, we see the chance for a few isolated storms, especially towards Sampson, Cumberland, and Wayne counties late afternoon into the evening. And then after sunset, we lose the heat of the day and the chance for showers and storms goes down. Out the door tomorrow morning, we're looking good to go, just partly cloudy sky. Then by midday tomorrow, maybe a stray shower, but your best chance of storms is going to come in out of the west. This is going to be around and after the evening commute, but some of these could pack a punch as you see that moving through. And then after midnight heading into Friday, things will start to back off a little bit. But temporarily, our next cold front brings in the chance for some localized flooding Friday as storm chances start to rise. Next 5 days, the highest rain total is likely going to be toward the coast. Here at home could see about 1 to 2.5 inches of rain spread out over 5 days. But again, localized flooding will be possible. And then the other thing about this front, the good thing about it is that, look at that, temperatures go below average. Now, keep in mind, the average high is 90, the average low is 70. So I'm not talking about an October-like feel, just some relief from some of the high heat that we've seen in recent weeks. But again, it's going to take some time, mid-90s today and tomorrow. Friday, upper 80s with more showers and storms. And then Saturday through Tuesday, I've got a high temperature below 85. Last time we had 4 straight days below 85 degrees. You have to go back to late May, early June. So this is kind of what the doctor ordered if you're not a big fan of the high heat.
All right, big change coming. We'll wait for it. Thanks, Chris. Big upgrade coming here. A multi-million-dollar taxiway project will change how pilots move on the runway.
Plus, now hiring. The Lenovo Center has 300 part-time jobs up for grabs today. What you need to know before you head out. In entertainment news, we're getting first looks at new movies starring Matthew McConaughey and Elizabeth Olsen. And an iconic comedy returns to theaters for its 20th anniversary. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
You a virgin?
Oh, you are hilarious. This is good.
You're a virgin!
It's the 20th anniversary of The 40-Year-Old Virgin. To celebrate, Universal is releasing the comedy for the first time in 4K Ultra HD on August 12th. And on August 22nd, it's re-releasing the movie in theaters for 1 week only.
Larry! What do you mean, Larry? We were together a week ago.
Well, a lot has happened in a week. You died, I died, I just been reunited with both of my dead husbands, and I have to pick where to spend eternity.
Who would you choose for your afterlife companion? Your devoted husband for more than half a century, or your first love who died young and has been waiting for you? Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner star in Eternity in theaters in November.
Face to all drivers. There's a situation developing at Ponderosa Elementary. There are 23 kids who are stranded. Is there anybody in the area that can pick them up?
Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrera try to save school kids from California's deadly 2018 Paradise Fire in The Lost Bus. The drama from Paul Greengrass, director of Captain Phillips and United 93, opens in select theaters September 19th and streams on Apple TV Plus October 3rd. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Some good choices on the way. Summer's hottest music festival kicks off tomorrow in Chicago, Lollapalooza. First night will include headliners Tyler, the Creator, Luke Combs, and Gracie Abrams. The annual event brings in hundreds of thousands of fans and features more than 170 performances. The festival wraps up Sunday with performances from Sabrina Carpenter and A$AP Rocky.
Something you don't see in baseball every day. MLB relief pitcher Seranthony Dominguez was traded from the Baltimore Orioles to the Toronto Blue Jays while the Orioles and Jays were playing each other in a doubleheader. So in between the first and second game, you could see Dominguez walking past his former teammates, and then he would later come into the game as a Blue Jay and pitched a scoreless inning in the second game. The Orioles won that game 3-2.
One of baseball's oddities right there. The Lenovo Center is hosting a hiring event today to fill more than 300 open positions. It'll be held from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at the arena. All of the positions are part-time, and they range from concessions and food service to security, parking, and game day changeover crews. You can check out the open positions and apply online.
It's opening a new bypass taxiway parallel to the runway. The $3.9 million project was funded by the State Division of Aviation, the Raleigh Executive Airport. The taxiway will facilitate more air traffic and give pilots quicker access to the runway for takeoff and landing. Once again, this is for the Raleigh Executive Airport in Sanford. It will likely take another 3 years to build.
Breaking news we're following. A Raleigh gas station is back open after a shooting. What we have learned about that investigation.
New plans for North Hills. People are getting the chance to learn more about developments being proposed. A look at where it's going to be and where the plan stands.
Pets and hot cars, how this intense heat wave is putting your furry friends at risk, and what you can do to help.